Good evening, ladies and gents, and we're here for another video, and this one, for many beer lovers, could be quite controversial, and I've deliberately left the title blank, well, as it is, as you'll see, for this very reason. I don't want people to look at it and think, well, I'm not going to watch that because I just don't know if I want to entertain myself with a few minutes of talking about this particular type of beer. And I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory as to the reason why I'm trying this beer as well. But let's introduce the beer first of all, and then I'll tell you why I'm trying it. The beer, can you call it beer? Yes, you can. In my humble opinion, you can still call it beer. No, it's not Budweiser or Heineken or Kronenberg or anything like that. It is a Brewdog beer. And the reason I kind of have that little moment of self-doubt of whether you can actually still call it a beer is because it's the alcohol-free version. It is Nanny State. Weighing in at a hefty 0.5%. Now, ladies and gents, that's the same amount of alcohol as you get in a Bash Shandy that children can buy from sweet shops and corner shops all over this land. And I had an interesting conversation with my colleague about this particular beer. Would children actually be able to go into a supermarket and buy it, given that it's the same ABV as a soft drink? That we haven't answered yet, and I suspect they probably can. But anyway, the reason why I'm trying this beer, well, I would not ordinarily pick up an alcohol-free beer because I had a very bad experience back in the first days of Caliber. And it tasted horrific. It truly did. It was not pleasant in the slightest, and I mean, it's many, many years. We're talking 20 odd years later that I've tried another alcohol-free beer. Well, why? Well, a good friend of mine has been told by medical professionals that he needs to stop drinking. And it hit him hard because he enjoys beer, like me. He enjoys the flavours, he enjoys the complexities, he enjoyed lots of different things. And he found it difficult at first. I mean, he's been about, what, 6 weeks now, completely stone cold sober, no drinking whatsoever of any kind. And he discovered the alcohol-free beer section in Sainsbury's. And he thought, well, why not give it a try? Because it was the alcohol that was causing him problems. And I thought, well, let's be kind of inquisitive. What does it taste like? And I said, well, he'll let me know. And he sent me a message on WhatsApp a little while ago. I say a little while, it was in the week, and describing the flavour. And I thought, well, do you know what? It's been 22 years since I last tried a non-alcoholic beer. And I thought it's time to try something better. Because 22 years of evolution of any beer is enough time to make anything tasty. And he says, his WhatsApp message to me says, Brewdog Nanny State is really nice. And I says, alright, what's the flavours like? Is it hoppy and malty? And he said, both of those. I was really surprised. And then he said, I said, oh, sounds nice, I'll give it a try. And he said, I wouldn't bother because it's only 0.5% ABV. Now, that kind of bothered me in a way, because good beer is good beer, right? It doesn't have to be hitting in at sort of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% to be worthy of drinking. It's all about the taste. And yeah, sure, we all like that slightly buzzed feeling, and some of us like getting completely, utterly rat-arsed and enjoy the hangover the next morning. Not me, but that's everyone's individual particular preference. And I thought, well, coming from someone else who likes beer, and he says it tastes nice, I thought, I'll give it a try. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Now, it's a 330ml can, and you can pick these up for about £4 something in Sainsbury's for 4, which I think it worked about £1.10 a can, give or take a smidgen. And it's not bad. It's not a bad price at all for any beer. an ant is one who's not really in favour of paying more than £3 a pint for beer. And for him to go out and buy a craft beer willingly and say it's nice, and actually go out and buy more from where I got this one and another one in the fridge, that says something. So I'm keen to try it. So let's open it up. Let's see what we get. So let's go for the smell first of all. Not getting much from the can, getting some hop, not a huge amount. We're going to go into my my 2017 Stoke Beer Festival beer glass with Lemmy, the camera logo on the bottle kiln. Great. Into here. As we can see, it's a reasonably dark. I say reasonably dark. It's kind of, it's not pale. It's not anywhere near porter or stout levels. It's got some colour to it, and that is always a good sign. The glass needs a bit of a clean. There's the bubbles, but I say it's clean glass. It's washed. But anyway, smell. It looks like a real beer. Let's be honest. It looks genuine. It's got a head. It's the right sort of colour for like a mild bitter. Smell wise, it's not far off either. It's that slightly tropical stuff that you get from some of the hops that are in this. I think there's I've got it on here. You've got Centennial, Amarillo, Columbus, Cascade and Simcoe hops, so it's not missing anything in terms of flavour up front from or what they're suggesting should be there. So the kind of aromas I'm getting here, hoppy, sweet, kind of slightly tropical citrus edge, it works well. But as we know, it's all about the taste, and if it's not got the taste, it's not worth drinking. So here goes. It's missing something. It's missing depth. It's quite thin. I mean, the hop flavours to some degree are there, but it's quite floral. I'm struggling with this one, I'll be honest. Now, I can liken this to something, and I understand to a degree. I am a reformed chocoholic junk food addict, and when I switched away from sugar to sugar-free, I always felt something was lacking. There was that substance that was missing. And there's that same feeling here. There's definitely, excuse me, it's a bit gassy. There's something missing that makes a good beer great. There's that malty, that chewiness that I expect from some kind of bitters. There's the bitterness. There's a pleasant bitterness. There is the hop flavour to a degree, but there's an overwhelming floral something or other on my tongue, and I can see why some people would like that. There are a few beers that are described in that manner, but it's not for me, I'll be honest. I can see how it would be useful to someone who loves beer but cannot drink alcohol for a given reason. It would probably take that craving away. But for me, it's like taking your shreddies that you're used to slathering on a couple of tablespoons of sugar in the morning with full fat milk and switching out to skimmed milk and throwing on maybe a little bit of sweetener. And to coin... No, I won't go there on this video with this particular joke. There's an old joke I loved that's like drinking non-alcoholic beer and likening it to something else where it tastes the same but it's just not right. I'm sorry, Brewdog. I'm a big fan of some of your other beers, but this one, for me personally, doesn't hit the kind of targets that you aimed for and reached, and in many cases excelled with your other beers. I'm missing that depth, that caramel, that chewy nature that you get with things like your Mr. President and even your Punk IPA. Your Elvis juice has got that depth to it. This is, like I say, I understand why it's in existence and why many people would reach for it, but it's truly not for me. So I apologise for not liking it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna try and appreciate it for what it is. You never know, by the end of this one I might have slightly changed my opinion. But in the meantime, gentlemen, ladies, whoever you may be, this has been Brewdog Nanny State. I've been Nick and I'll see you again soon. Bye.